Hello, everybody. Let's see. There we go. I'm getting fancy, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. We've got 3 people in the room. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I hope you have had an amazing, amazing Thursday. So we're just going to jump right into it as we let people come in. One of the things that I tell you guys that I do all the time, I have notebooks everywhere. So I just got a new one. So while I let some more people in, I'm going to unbox it because I have so many different endeavors and so many different things that I'm working on that I need another notebook. Who can have too many notebooks? So I love this one. And the reason why I ordered this one is because it's called, it's by Clever Fox. This is not an endorsement. I paid for this with my own money. But the reason why I like it is because there are like 11 sections, and there's a gratitude and self-awareness section, daily rituals, set up the vision board, goal setting, focus, mind map, productivity hacks, and all that. So I'm super excited. So I wanted to share with you guys just to encourage you to as you're thinking about building generational wealth, because one of the things I want to do with this channel is, and all the people that I work with behind the scenes, that some of you are on the channel, is I'm manifesting millions and more wealth, and I want to bring more people along with me. So I want there to be more millionaires. So if I can do that, I'm going to share my habits. So I have all this kind of stuff. I feed myself with different books like this. This is an excellent book that I've had forever. As you can see, it's raggedy, old, with no stuff falling out of it. So feed your mind with everything you need. So announcements for today. I'm super excited. We're doing another boot camp. Yay! So the boot camp will start on Sunday, the 18th, and it'll go till Wednesday, the 21st. It's a 4-day boot camp. If you've not had the experience, it really is a good experience for most people. So I'm going to play a clip of one of the first boot campers. And Paris actually he actually had a pretty good credit score. He started out at 780, I want to say, and he now has an 844 credit score. He just messaged me. So check out Paris. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna add him right here. There we go. Let me do this. Hi, my name is Paris. I'm originally New York, and I had the pleasure of participating in this Halloween earlier this year. I just wanted to share my experience in paying for it. So a lot of people should pay for it. I went to the hospital on how to improve my credit score, and where I was getting points. He does a great job of breaking down the foundation income credit. And now I have a pretty solid assessment as to where I'm getting all my points. What's the actual steps that you take immediately to improve your social media taking, and evaluating how you spend your money, spending habits, and how you manage your money. It shows that you have had your credit score really just a reflection of how you use that. Not sure what happened, you guys. I am so sorry. Not sure what happened. Hi, Letta. Okay, so there was a Facebook user. I'm not sure what happened, you guys. I think my Wi-Fi went out, so I apologize. I'm thinking that's you, Lisa, I think. But Facebook, if you don't put your name in, I don't know who you are. But hi, Letta, how are you doing? But for some reason, it kicked me out, but it looks like I'm back. Let me double check and make sure. Technical difficulties. For some reason, it kicked me out, but it looks like I'm back. So I'm back in. But anyway, what I did was in the description box, you can see that full testimonial as well as other testimonials. There are 3 or 4 other testimonials I put together. So you can check that out in the description box. And you can also, I put the link down below where you can just click on it and it will pull you into the WhatsApp group where we will start on Sunday. And you only need to devote about maybe an hour and a half a day for those 4 days. But everyone that's gone through the boot camp has found value. I think the biggest thing that people say, it's a lot of information, and information, even though they may have understood credit at some level, it's more than, it's more information than they'd ever known. So it fills in the gaps for you, and it's a lot of fun too. It's motivating. So, and I love doing it. And I love people having the light bulb come on and people being motivated. So if you're not interested, tell your friends. The 4 days, it's free. Of course, we do offer the bootcamp bundle, which has all these different courses in the online academy. So Metro 2 compliance, and just details about the restrictive endorsement method. There's the secrets to good credit and 5 easy steps, repair your credit like a credit professional. There's the interview with the Experian rep. All of that is in the bundle. So if you just want to purchase that, you can do that. So also we're doing weekly Zooms for people that supports them. So anybody that's already a member of the AYNC team or has purchased a product in the past, any type of product, I send out a weekly email. So we have a nice group that will be gathering tonight, and we're going to be going over Metro 2 compliance, digging a little bit deeper, talking about some of the different things like the data furnisher and what that means, and the ACDV and how that gets to the credit bureaus and goes between the credit bureaus and your creditor. So we'll dig into that for 10 minutes, and then people will ask their questions, their specific questions, so we can move them along the process. I love that part of it. I've been talking to people all day, and I love when we're making progress. There's everybody I talk to, they're moving forward. They are moving forward. You can also check out today's video. I'm super excited because I got my hand on a webinar. So it's a webinar that we're not supposed to be privy to, but it is an attorney, and the president and CEO of the CDIA is actually moderating it. And it's an attorney who is talking to our creditors and telling them how to manage disputes in detail. It's 75 minutes, so I'm breaking it down into chunks, bite-sized chunks, so that it's not so much information. Nobody wants to watch a 75-minute video plus a breakdown, because I figure we'll break it down and talk about it, break it down and talk about it. So I just did that intro video today. What else? Let's see, what else are we going to talk about? Anybody jump on and have questions? Let's see, what else did I want to show you guys? So when we're building credit, what is the purpose of building credit? In my opinion, the purpose is to be able to do whatever you want to do. And for me, that's creating passive income. For me, that's building wealth. So I've mentioned cryptocurrency to you guys. Please jump in. Do not be left behind. I'm going to share this slide with you. Check it out. So way back, I think around the mid 2000s, 2011, somewhere in there. If you look at that, the beginning of the trajectory and now where it is as far as the number of blockchain wallets. And, don't get super confused about it, because I don't know it to, in super detail, but in the community tab, I had a quote that says the people who build generational wealth are risk takers. You have to be a risk taker. So I'll tell you how you do that. So you jump in and you download this app, the Coinbase app, to your phone. It took me, less than 2 minutes to do that. And then you set up an account. It took me 10 minutes to fund it with $100. So I started out with $100. And then from there, I'll jump back on the screen. From there, I have been able to make some money already. And the important thing is to think about this. So Bitcoin back in back in 2011, about 10 years ago, was only 4 or 5 cents per Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is around $62,000 per Bitcoin. So all of those people who took risks and just bought $100 worth are doing very, very well. $1,000 worth, they're doing very, very well. So you want to jump in now. The trajectory is only going higher and higher. You can, start off, slow and watch it, do your research, but jump in now. I personally now have 3 wallets. So I have a Bitcoin wallet. I have an Ethereum wallet. And Ethereum is, that blockchain is the second most popular cryptocurrency, but it started trading at about 4 to 5 cents last May 2020. Bye, guys. My daughter's going out with a friend for a little bit tonight. But so it started out May 2020 at 4 to 5 cents. Guess where it was in December? $635, in there. And then today is around $2,500. So I jumped in there. I have Ethereum. Let me share with you the forecast for that particular cryptocurrency. So when you look at the forecast, they're looking at the price being $5,000 by the end of this year. Right now it's at $2,600, somewhere in there. That would be a 50%, a significant gain for you if you jumped in. Just try $100, $1,000, whatever you can afford, and jump in. It's expected to be at $10,000 by the middle of 2023. So jump in. It's worth it. The other Bitcoin wallet I have is it's called Stealth. The symbol is XLM. I'm in at I started at 58 cents a couple of weeks ago. It's already up to like 66 cents. So, but anyway, I mentioned that because on this channel, it's all you need credit. So if you have a question, definitely jump in, but I'm sharing different things that I want you to jump into to start building wealth. Don't be the person who 10 years from now is like, ooh, if only I had, or I wish, when it's so easy to do. Just jump on and download that Coinbase app and jump in the game. So definitely want to share that. I'm playing and definitely will be adding more and more to that. So what else can we talk about? Jump into cannabis if you want to, if that's something that you're interested in doing. So I don't think I have any comments. Let's see. So what else is going on, y'all? There's 3 people out there. What is going on? Credit tips. What else can I share with you guys? Stay tuned for the next few weeks because you're going to hear details on how they handle these disputes. And the biggest thing with disputes is being meticulous about your follow-up and making sure that you're documenting. That's one of the biggest things. And then, of course, a lot of people come to me and they've already been disputing. So sometimes you can't just start from where you have to start from where you left off. You can't really, you don't want to really start from the beginning because then you can be marked as frivolous. So you want to be really, really careful about that and your strategy. And for me, there's no one strategy. It's really not cookie cutter. So back when people were stating, the whole 609 letters, etc., that's why a lot of people don't get excellent results. You can get some good results here and there, but you really want to take everything on a case-by-case basis. Okay, Letta, excellent. Yeah. Not much. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research too, because as you know, not only with the cryptocurrency, I'm diving into cannabis, also looking at working with a solar panels company, looking at buying a company, because you can buy a business. You can buy a business. You can put $10,000 down or maybe $40,000 down. Just depends. You can buy a already established business. I told y'all I need multiple streams of income. Real estate. I've really been diving into real estate. Big time, big time. Matter of fact, I'll be making some deals here in the next week or two, next couple of weeks, God willing. So I'm diving into all of those areas. So I'm definitely doing a mastermind, the first mastermind. And I actually was in a mastermind the other night, and one of my clients was there, Miss Roz, was in there with me, and it was pretty amazing. So it was pretty amazing. So I'm doing a mastermind where we'll be digging deeper, and all the things that I share, I'll be able to share with, I'll be able to share with you. I was in a different mastermind, and I was sharing some information about how I started my business and different things that I did. And it was pretty cool because just the information I shared, which was simple to me, people were like, "Oh my gosh, can we get your email? Because, we really would like some insight." So things that have become easy, we all can bring different things to the table. So that's the whole point of a mastermind, being around like-minded people. You cannot grow without being around like-minded people. So, and people who are where you want to be. You can pull people up. You can, be pulled up by being in mastermind groups and surrounding yourself with people. Let them know it's not a franchise. Now, franchises are great, but this is actually purchasing a business. So if a person, for example, you'd say, why would someone sell a successful business? I've been looking at some businesses that are for sale, and they all range from different prices. The reason why someone may let it go is because maybe they're older, maybe they're bored, maybe they're moving, or whatever the case may be. But I have a list of different people who are selling their business, where you actually would take on ownership of the business once you put down what their deposit is, what they require, and then you can seller finance the rest of it. But now you have a fully functioning business that you don't have to start from scratch. And that's something, when you talk about building generational wealth, I have all these other things going, but starting a business, for example, or buying a business, there are a couple of businesses that I was looking at, there are print shops. I don't know anything about it, but there's, of course, a handover process, and it's already set up. It's already running. They already have clients. They already have revenue. They already can document that information. That's something that I can pass on to my children. That's something that all I have to do is learn the management of it, accounting, etc. But it's already established, and it's someone who, just for whatever reason, they want to sell the business, but they do have to show you the documentation as far as revenue. Just sharing with you just different ideas and different things that you can do. All right, Facebook user would like to get to 850 by the end of December. You're with a credit builder company. Okay, well, you know what? You can. 850 is, it's doable. I know people who have 850 credit scores. You can. It takes, getting an A+ in all 5 of those categories. So congratulations to you, whoever you are. For some reason, if you're coming in from Facebook, unless you give permission for your name to show, I won't know who you are. But by the end of December, that would be awesome. So 800 plus credit score, of course, you have to have 100% payment history. You have to have multiple credit cards. So people who are in the 800s typically have about 6.4. That's the average credit cards. And of course, the balance is below 7%, somewhere in that 1% range, actually, for it to be perfect, like precise. And then as far as credit age, they are 7+ years. Credit mix, they of course typically they'll have a mortgage. Typically they'll have at least 2 to 3 installment loans, and like I said, 6.4 is the average number of credit cards these people have. But another thing they have is, over the course of their lives, they've had about 21 accounts that's open and closed. They don't have to be open accounts, but as long as over the course of their life they've had 21 accounts, kind of, and all of those accounts have been, on par, you can get an 850. No hard inquiries within the last 2 years. 7+ years of credit age. And then those people also, and you may already have this, Facebook user, have high credit limits as well. So in the 100, like 70 to 100,000. Saw a young lady, like I said, she's $70,000 in available credit, but she's got $700 as far as a balance. So perfect at 1%. So it's doable. I've seen people, the last person I saw, she's had an 850 consecutively for the last 3 or 4 months. And she shared that data with me. I was like, yes. Now, for a person like me, to me, an 850, that's kind of the thing where, it's nice to have, it's cool. It's cool to have it. You don't need it, but it's cool to be able to say, I did that. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a cool thing to do. I don't chase it because I buy property, I sell stuff, and that kind of thing. So I've told y'all before, I've just bought property a year ago, and that averages my credit age down. And then I didn't get my credit together until about 10 years ago. So I'm behind as far as credit age. And then I've purchased a house, I've purchased a car, you know what I'm saying? So, and that cuts that credit age. I was talking to a young man today, and I was saying how it behooves you to tell your young people at 20, 23, get your 3 cards, get 3 cards. Then a couple of years later, get 2 more cards, 3 more cards, stop there. And then by the time you're 47, you have 20 plus years of credit age. I don't care what you open. If it cuts it, at least it's cutting it above that 7-year threshold. So teaching that to the young people is so very critical. Let's see what else we got. Oh, and the Facebook user said, credit builder company. Oh, you're with a credit builder company. Okay. That's somebody that's working with okay. Crypto is cool. Yes, it is. And real estate for sure. As far as building wealth. Okay. That's definitely an avenue I never thought about. Yes. But again, like I told y'all, I'm in aggressive mode as far as building wealth. Ever seen it? It is possible. I have never had an 850, but I have seen people with 850 credit scores. I have seen the proof in people that I've worked with. A lot of times the people who get to those scores, they typically just have a certain temperament. They grew up like that. Like Paris that I was trying to share with you. Paris didn't know why he had such an excellent credit score. It had a lot to do with his personality and how he managed things. Or maybe some of the people that I see that have 800 plus credit score, like Paris is at 844 and he's 37 years old. So will he get to an 850? Probably, because of his habits, So if you grow up with certain types of habits and you just have a certain temperament, that's going to work in your favor as far as credit. For me, no, because I have a carefree spirit. I wasn't thinking about it. I was not a saver. I wasn't a person that thought like that. But there are some people that are just born, they're wired that way. Or they may have I've seen a person who has an 800 credit score, plus credit score. And he said because he saw his parents struggle. So it was a lesson for him that he did not want to live like that. So yeah, it is definitely possible. Let's see what else we got. 750, you can do it. You can definitely do it. Yes. Right now, I just want an 800. I can do a lot with that. Absolutely. And honestly, let me keep it real with you. You can do a lot with, so for car, when you go to get a car, 720 and above, you're going to get the best rates. Now, if you go into the 800s, 800 credit score is like $100,000 in cash. So yes, you definitely can do more with an 800 credit score. But as far as rates, you're going to get really good rates at 720 for a car. For a house, you're going to get the best rates at 740, 760 and above. But yeah, shoot for an 800. It is possible. And it's really not as hard as people think it is. It really just depends on how healthy your credit profile is. Do you have a strong profile? And that's what you should focus on. I don't know if I shared this already with you guys, but I had a client who he went to get a car. He didn't, but let me tell you the story, the backstory. He went to get the car. He had $10,000 in cash and he had a 737 credit score. They said no. Let me tell you why. Because he didn't have a strong profile. Stop chasing the score. It's not about the score. It's about your profile. How did he get a 737? Piggybacking on his wife, on her credit cards. Another reason why they denied him is because he owns a business, and I think it's a daycare center, and he had not filed taxes. So you don't have, it's the whole package. He didn't have documentable income, and that 737 was fluff. That's why I always encourage people, only use authorized usership to add credit age, but you want your own trade lines. You want your own strong profile mixture. Why do you want a mixture? Because credit mix is worth 55 of your points. To get all of those points, FICO and Vantage, they want to see you managing multiple types of accounts. So that's why it's so important to have installment loans as well as revolving accounts, and having a multitude of them, because the more you have, that's the more fuel that you have to get your score going high. So let's see. Appreciate y'all for jumping in and sharing with me. But yeah, so that is the fuel. And all you have to do is set yourself up. Use your binders, your folders. I like to use the analogy of brushing your teeth. You don't think, oh, I have to brush my teeth. There's no way you leave. Well, I hope there's no way you're leaving the house or you're getting up in the morning, you're not brushing your teeth. It's the same thing you should be doing as far as your financial health. You should be looking at it, and it should be routine for you. It should be second nature. If it's not second nature to you at this point, you want it to become second nature to you. You need to become your own financial planner. You need to get up and motivate yourself every day to say, this is what I need to do. And then once you get a system in place, as far as you get your credit cards down to where they need to be, you know when the statement date is, you know when the due date is, you have assigned a job to each of those credit cards so that it's active and you're a transactor, and FICO loves that. What will happen is you're now in a system, and then you just manage it, make sure that's running smoothly, and then you live your life. You live your life and you work on building wealth, whatever avenue you choose to do, whether that's real estate, starting your own business, whatever that is for you. And then you wake up one day with an 800 credit score, because time is a component. You know, you have to let your credit age out. So every month your profile is giving you good fuel in the form of on-time payments and available credit. The more you get that, and time over time, your score just goes up and up and up. I'll share, for example, today a client, we went over his profile. We started together in November. He started out with 533. Okay, I'm just going to use one of his scores, but it's consistent across the board. We started out with 533 in November, January 536, February 615, and as of today, 631. So it's a work in progress. So that's 98 points. And we're still working. Now, I only can do so much, and you can only do so much as far as where we've been with the credit bureaus and your creditors. The nice thing is, on April the 1st, the CFPB rescinded the provision allowing the credit bureaus to have more time. They were told that they just needed to perform disputes or check on disputes in a reasonable amount of time. That has been rescinded as of April 1st. The CFPB said, no, you have to go back to the structure that is in the FCRA, stating that it has to be returned within 30 days. Method of verification has to be returned within 15 business days. So, hi, Lorac. How are you? Oh my goodness. How are you? All right, Facebook user, great info, especially about some of the investments. I too want multiple streams of income besides just a job. Trying to quit this job. Okay, I hear you. I'll drink to that. I would drink to that. And there's no reason you can't do that. You just have to set an intention and take action. That's all it is. Set an intention, start start opening yourself to opportunities. Dig, and you'll be surprised at how opportunities will land on your lap. Like, I have so many that I'm overwhelmed with it. That's why my eyes are red. Last week, my eyes were red because I stayed up. I'm on my laptop in the middle of the night because I'm manifesting these millions and billions. Exactly. Saturday mornings is finance time. Exactly. I know that's right. Hood Show Hip Hop. Credit score, financial profile, budgeting. I love it. That is exactly, see how I'm getting hyped? Because that is what we need to be doing, y'all. I can't even stress that enough. And you walk differently because you know you have your financial health in order. You have to start somewhere. We can't cover our eyes and act like it's not there. We're not going to be able to succeed. And the worst feeling in the world is to get to the end of your life, to get to 60, 70 years old and to not have taken action, to not have taken any kind of risk to get yourself, to not make the necessary changes that you need to make. And change is not, it's not easy. It's a process. We know what we need to do sometimes is changing that programming. It's the stuff that's going on in our head, and we get stuck in a rut. We get stuck in that pattern of behavior that we're used to. You have to shake yourself out of it. I love it. Hi, Lorac. Love you. Amen. Amen. Yes. So I love it. What was I going to show you guys? So a technique that I use. One of the chapters in here is called, and I think about it all the time, I'm very, very aware of my mortality. So just picturing yourself on your deathbed. Are you living every day and giving it your all? Are you putting your best effort, your best self forward into the world? Doesn't mean that every day I'm sparkling and, full of joy, because you do have your down days, but are you making an effort to live your life and live it to the fullest? If you don't love your job, do something about it. I know that it may seem like you can't, but every little action, you eat the elephant one bite at a time. So if you don't love your job, and I have time flexibility. I don't go to a 9 to 5. So I have time flexibility. So I do empathize with people who do have to go into a job. But I did many, many, many years ago. And I remember what it felt like. And let me tell y'all what I did. It wasn't the smartest thing, but maybe it was the smartest thing. I believed in myself, and I just, I just resigned one day. I was just like, I'm giving my 2 weeks notice because I wasn't happy going and sitting behind that cubicle at that desk. I said, no, I can't. And I didn't know what I was going to do, but I didn't want them to feel sorry for me because I was a single mom at the time. I was in my early, like 24. I graduated from college about a year at that time. And I didn't want my boss to feel sorry for me. So I was like, oh yeah, I have a job. I have another job. I'm going to be a pharmaceutical sales rep. Didn't have no job, but I just knew that I was drained. I'm one of those people, if you're draining my energy, I got to go. I got to go. So anyway, a month later, I drove up to that job, and in a brand new car given to me by a pharmaceutical company as my company car. So my faith and belief in myself, and what I did was, had never been in sales before. I started joining groups. Within 1 month, I'm that queen of research. I jumped into different pharmaceutical sales groups, free groups, and meetup groups, and learned everything I could learn about it. I actually had a young lady take me on a call, so I knew what pharmaceutical sales was, because I really didn't know what it was. I had a Bachelor of Science. I have a Bachelor of Science in biology, but I didn't know what the job would entail. But I jumped out there, and by making connections, talking to people, being full of joy, because I promise you I was bubbly back then too, it opened up opportunities. In 1 month, I had a job at Eli Lilly selling Prozac back in 1999. So sometimes you have to take risks. I'm not telling none of y'all to quit your job. What I'm saying is, any free time you have, start exploring other opportunities. That's all I'm saying. So yes. 32 years. Ooh, I'm young, under 50, had enough. I understand. I understand. And the thing, what I'm finding is that people are even more tired, young people that are younger than I am. I'm 47. I know people that are in their um, 20s and they're already tired. And the reason why, and I talk to my children about this all the time, is because things are so much faster. There's all this social media, the internet, the rat race, everybody's trying to keep up with one another. It's too much. We didn't have all that. Like, I didn't have all of that growing up. I watched Little House on the Prairie. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't social media and all the things that the young people of today have to deal with and then trying to keep up with. So I was really proud of my daughter, who is 15, who, because we talk all the time, she said, Mom, I just started unfriending certain people on, I don't know if that's the right term, on Instagram. And I'm just cutting down on my time doing that, etc. My sons are reading books and things like that, so that their mind is not just all in just, social media and the internet and this just fast-paced life, which exhausts these young people. So don't get me on a rant. All right, now, good for you. Nice testimony. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we all have a testimony. We all have a story, but that is a little part of my story. And I've always kind of been that person to jump out there, just jump out there, leap. I don't want to I'd rather fail. And a failure is, okay, that didn't work out. Let's try something else. Than to say, I didn't do it. I wish I had. I don't want to be on my deathbed and think, I wish I had tried this out, or I wish I had tried that out, because none of us are getting out of this thing alive. We're not living twice. Yes, it is too much. I watched Brady Bunch. You about to Leave It to Beaver, and it was yes. I love the Brady Bunch too. What else? I Love Lucy. I can probably act out every episode. Those are the things I watched and grew up on. Not I don't even know some of this stuff these kids are watching, and it's too much. And what I'm instilling in my children is what you're pouring into yourself every single day makes a difference, because what you put into yourself, and when you squeeze yourself, that's what's going to come out. So you have to pour good things into yourself. Get up in the morning. I send them, a message, on our group text. It's prayers and motivational things. And we watch those kinds of things, because I've even got my children, my sons, to stop listening to so much, certain kind of music, just by letting them know that it makes a difference. It's shaping who you are. It's a diet. It's your mental diet. Absolutely. Same here. Same here. And it's not failure. You now know what not to do. Plain and simple. You refocus, you restart, and you do something else. You have the courage to do something else. Kentucky Fried Chicken, he was in his 60s. He was old. He was like, and 60s is not old. I don't think 60s are old, because I'm gonna be there in a hot minute. I'm not old. So I'm seasoned, but he was up in age in his 60s, 70s before he became successful. What if he stopped and said, I'm older, I can't do it? So never put those restrictions on yourself. You are creating new cells all the time. Eat well, exercise, do the things you need to do. And keeping your mind sharp. I was talking to someone today, and we were talking about how we want to be. I said, I want to be that 85-year-old still going to get my nails done. Okay. And it's all about keeping your mind sharp. It's about being joyful and vibrating high on a consistent basis, and not staying on a low vibrational frequency. So if you keep yourself at a certain level, that's where I believe those people who they're 90 years old and still driving themselves around, and keeping your mind sharp. Neuroplasticity. Your brain is not static. It does grow. It can grow. But most of us, it doesn't, because we are in autopilot and we're not stimulating ourselves to do different things. Try different new things all the time. And it just is, it's a burst of energy and life into you. It injects you with life. So y'all know I'll just, my kids be like, oh my gosh. And the word. But yeah, as it relates to today's live and anytime on this channel. My goal is to inspire you. I think I even started the channel and that's all it says. My goal is to inspire you to take action. Take action. Even if the action is not right or doesn't work out, at least stay active and stay motivated. And it's nobody's job to motivate you. You know, motivation doesn't knock on the door. Somebody else said that. I don't know who that was, but I love that. It's like motivation doesn't knock on the door and say, hey, good morning. Let's get up. Let's get It doesn't. You have to get up and decide what you want to do for your life. And so someone in the chat talked about, who was it? I think it was, I'm finding it. So here, Hood Show Hip Hop. I love it. Saturday mornings is finance time. Get your beverage of choice. You can do it however you want to do it. You have to set yourself up for success. You have to set yourself up for success. Nobody's coming to save you but Jesus. So hopefully this channel inspires you. And I share good information with you as far as your credit. Just proud subscriber. Thank you, Hood Show Hip Hop. Another important point, deal with those who have similar financial goals. Exactly. I am surrounded with people who have similar financial goals, and I know you are as well, just based on everything that you're sharing. And I thank you for your support and for being a subscriber, but definitely that's why being in mastermind groups, you can't grow if you're not around people and learning and constantly learning. You can't, whatever arena you want to get into, jump into, like you can go to Meetup and look for groups, and they have groups where you can actually meet out with people, and you'll be surprised at how you'll meet people by just putting yourself out there and jumping out there. So I thank you for your support, Hood Show Hip Hop. I'm glad that the channel is helpful. So tonight, I have a Zoom call. We're going to do a Zoom call at 7 o'clock. There's going to be a nice little group tonight, and we're going to dig into Metro 2 tonight. So let's get back to credit. I know people like, is this a credit channel or what? But yeah, so tonight we are going to be talking about Metro 2 compliance. So the CDIA you see over there on the left, I think, of the screen, that's the Consumer Data Information Association. No, I'm sorry, Industry Association. And they are responsible for the Metro 2 format guidelines. And they really have to be in compliance. And it is the industry standard. So when information is reported on your credit profile, that's the format it comes into, goes into the credit bureaus as this Metro 2 format, and they communicate back and forth with eOscar. So the credit bureaus and the creditors communicate through eOscar. It's an electronic system, and it's translated in the Metro 2 format. So we're going to dig deeper into that, and I'll be sharing with them. Most of them already have the spreadsheet and the audit sheet, so that they can audit their profiles and then dispute that way. The reason why it's more effective is because when you're doing the 609 method, basically the 609 method is requesting verification of the data, then you request the method of verification, and that does work in some cases, but this is an extra layer that you can add to your arsenal. And then some people go in and say, hey, it's not mine. And it's hard to say it's not yours when it's a charge off. You've been paying on it. They have record of you paying on it out of your bank account. So it's very challenging. But if you challenge the data based on the formatting, is it on your profile based on that Metro 2 format, and is it accurate and complete, then you have a better chance of getting information removed. Just talked to a gentleman, and he got he had an original creditor removed working with the Metro 2 format, and we worked together on that. So that is what we will be talking about tonight. And don't forget, y'all, don't forget the boot camp. If you can, you want to definitely, let me move this out of the way. You want to definitely jump in or share it with someone else. How do I do that? All right, there we go. Or you can share it with someone else. It is very, very helpful. If you need deep information, as far as if you want to dive deep into assessing your own credit profile, if you want to dive deep and use free tools. We use free tools, but day one, and actually in the description box, I have an FAQ document that kind of gives you what each day entails so that you can take a look at that. But yeah, it's good stuff in there. Good stuff. I see more people have joined. So say hi before I jump off. Let's see, I've got a new comment. Is there a membership for the Zoom calls? So for the Zoom calls, if you want to be on the Zoom calls, all you have had to have done is purchased a product, or I have a lot of people that have subscribed to my credit monitoring service. I have a partnership with Smart Credit. So people that subscribe to my credit monitoring service are a part of the AYNC family, and we have, strategy sessions whenever they need it. I walk through their profile with them, and we discuss how they can get to a 750 plus credit score. And I will work with them through the process. And they have a credit monitoring service with $1 million identity fraud insurance policy. Also, if you purchase the bundle that's in the description box, it is the boot camp. And let me share with you what you get with that. With that, you would get all these different courses. There's so many different things in there. So you get the Metro 2 compliance and that method with videos. You get the secrets to good credit in 5 easy steps, which includes a 38-minute interview with Brian Ferguson. And then there's a whole video and worksheets, etc., that helps you through how to get an A+ in all of the categories of your score so that you get to that coveted 750 plus credit score. You get Repair Your Credit Like a Professional. Now that is a comprehensive course that has a letter library and everything you need, step by step, when to send what, how to send it, how to respond, etc. So you get all these different things within the course, and that is with Empower, with the Empower coupon code that gives it to you for $98.50, one flat fee. So all those people, once a week, I send out an invite to them and they can jump on the Zoom. And then the thing is, they get the support. They get that continued support. They can ask their specific questions. We go over a topic today is going to be dive deep into Metro 2 compliance. We're going to look at that audit sheet and all the different tabs and the credit reporting resource guide. And then they ask their questions and they get a link every week. So sometimes, depends on who needs help and they'll jump in. So that's how it works. You just have to be a member. And once I see your email, I add you to the list. And then from that time on moving forward, I send you a link every week. So that is how that works. That is how that works. So if you'd like to, I'm not sure, ProCnef, you can just purchase, and then what will happen is you will start getting a link next week. And anytime you have a question, a specific question, we help you and work with you on that. So, but yeah, that is going to be in the next 7 minutes. So if no one else has any questions or anything else, then I'm going to jump off so I can go and refresh myself. But hopefully this live was helpful at some level. And I appreciate you guys. Got a new comment. You are so welcome. And the biggest thing to me is to make it affordable and to provide a lot of value. And that's the biggest thing for me. And I believe that with what I hear people charging out there, it's astronomical. People are, hey, give me $1,500, or, charging you, $200 to get set up. And then they're charging you a monthly fee. And the level of support that you get when you work with me is because I'm passionate. So I'm passionate about it and passionate about helping people. So one-time flat fee, or people who get the credit monitoring service, which that's a service in itself. Yeah, it's pretty affordable for all the information that you get, especially in the boot camp. The boot camp, I have to say so, is very detailed, and you walk away with a lot of information. And then most people do go ahead and get the bundle so that they can move forward, and then they can jump in on any live weekly Zoom calls. So, but anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday evening. It's the weekend. The weekend doesn't even mean anything to me because I don't work a 9 to 5, so it really doesn't, it doesn't matter. But every day, I hope you are filled with joy and you pour into yourselves. Pour into yourselves. Your life matters. Lorac Pay says, we appreciate you as well. You have been so generous with your knowledge. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for saying that. That means a lot to me. The exchange of information. People don't understand. A lot of times I'm talking to people every day, all day. It gives me life. It gives me energy. I love hearing the success stories. I love hearing people understand. I love talking to people, as you can tell. And excellent. I will see you on the Zoom. So I know you did. You should have gotten, I know who that is. You should have gotten the Zoom link. So if you didn't, I can email it to you really quickly. But I do feel like I did put you on the list. Yeah, I did. You're in the email list. So I will see you in 5 minutes. I know we have a good group today. We've got a lot of people that RSVP'd. So I'm just going to run through my portion quickly so that everybody has an opportunity to ask their questions. And we'll stay on as long as we need to do that. So. Thank you, you too, Facebook user. Bye, guys. And I will see you guys next week. Looks like Thursdays, at least at minimum, I'm jumping on live. I'll try to bring more to the table other than me sharing my preaching. Looking forward to investing with you as well. Absolutely. I'm so pumped. When I tell you, you guys, I'm doing big things. And I can't wait to share those things with whoever is willing to go on the ride with me, because I've spoken to Lorac Pay. She set up a coaching session, and through, I think I took my coaching thing off of here. No. So I have a coaching profile, and she set up a session, and we talked about it. And what I told her was that I need more millionaires to be with me, okay? Because I don't want to be hanging out with broke people. I want more millionaires. And what a great legacy to be able to say when I'm on my deathbed, oh my goodness, I shared information with 2,000 people who are now millionaires as well. What a great, wonderful thing. And we all can go on vacation together and go on cruise and do different things together. So the people who are in the masterminds, I've developed so many relationships with people that I work with that they're like my hearts to me, and I enjoy engaging and interacting with them. So it's going to be wonderful when we get there, because right now is the time to make millions, because during this time period, there are going to be people who are going to make millions, and there'll be those people who will be sitting around looking at those of us who are making millions. So don't be one of those sitting around not making millions. Don't be afraid. This is the time to pounce. Madam CJ Walker, Black. That's why I say color. It doesn't matter color. It's mindset. It's all about mindset. Madam CJ Walker became a millionaire during the Spanish flu. So, let's do it, y'all. So, all right, I'm going to jump off here. Good night. See y'all next time. Oh, wait a minute. I got a couple of other comments. Hold on a second. Let's ride. Yes. Let's do it. But oh yeah, y'all jump into that cryptocurrency now. Coinbase, do XLM, Ethereum. Look into that. Look into that. Okay, let's see. Tell us, yes, let's ride the wave to financial freedom. Heck yeah, ride that millionaire train. I love it. Whoever you are, I love it. The billionaire train, we can do it. Absolutely, we can do it, especially with real estate, right now. It's really doable. It is totally doable. Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, all right, guys. I have 1 minute to get on the Zoom. So I will see you guys next time. Check out the video from today, and I'll drop another video in a few days with the next segment of that webinar, telling their secrets, so that we have the behind the scenes as far as how they are being taught to handle our disputes. So I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.